Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Below the Belt. My name is Clifton and these are my co-hosts Lenaire Michael, and this is the show formed by wrestling fans. In today's episode we're going to go over Wrestlemania 24. We're going to review the big event from the WWE. So we'll start off with the very first match, the 24-man Battle Royal. So what do you guys think of that match?
Given that it wasn't actually on the Wrestlemania broadcast, it's kind of hard for us to comment, really.
Very disappointing, but our predictions came true. Kane won.
Yes.
But this may be a bad sign for Kane because this would be his final run.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder how he defeated Viscera or Big
Daddy B.
Was Big Daddy B in there?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I wouldn't
They showed
know
it
because
briefly.
they didn't show it.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. But in our picks, we picked Kane to win against 23 jobbers.
And
Jobbers?
Yeah,
Do you think Snitsky is a jobber?
Yes.
yeah,
He's not.
He jobbed in that match.
Well, what about the Great Khali? What about Mark Henry?
Yeah, they all lost.
Well, but I guess all of us fans watching are the winners because Kane won.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes, okay.
Remember, it's a death sign.
We'll move on to the next match, which was BELFAST BRAWL. There was JBL versus Finlay. In it, we picked, well, you both picked JBL to win, and I picked Finlay. So, what are your comments on that match?
The better looking one would certainly win. That is JBL. So I'm very proud of JBL. And I like the finish, a clothesline from hell, ending it with a old-fashioned style wrestling. Very nice. And for all of you supporting Finlay, you're losers.
I liked it. I thought it was a good match. I was surprised because I wasn't expecting much. I thought it was just going to be a brawl, which is what his name was. And I like the fact that they started throwing kendo sticks in and trash cans.
You know,
Cool.
we have to give respect to JBL because he single-handedly manhandled two persons at the same time. It was more like a handicap match with Hornswoggle being involved in it.
1.5.
One and a
Okay,
half.
1.5, you know. So we got to give respect to JBL. He's the hero.
I liked it. I thought it was a reasonably good match to start off. The
hardcore
actual
match.
broadcast. Yeah, a hardcore match. You can't say that's bad.
Any highlights on that match?
I like the part where I think there was once where I think Finlay tried to go for the Celtic cross, and then I think JBL reversed it and nailed him with the clothesline from hell.
Is that the end?
Yeah, that was at the end.
Yeah,
That was a
I
highlight. I like that.
The dive through the ring ropes into the trash,
That was cool.
trash can lid in the head. That was awesome. That was so good.
Jeff Hardy could anytime outwit that stunt.
Yeah, but that was Finlay. How often do you see Finlay do stuff like that? Never. That was great.
That was awesome.
A WrestleMania moment by Finlay, the old Irish champ.
We'll move on to the next match, which was Money in the Bank ladder match.
Disappointing.
Yes, and that, well, we all got it wrong.
We all, we all picked different people and we're still wrong.
Chris
Yes.
Jericho, why did you get stuck? I know during the rehearsals you were meant to win the title. But you got stuck, so you know, you can't change an incident in front of 75,000 people. So
Yeah.
CM Punk had to win. I hate you, CM Punk.
So we picked Chris Jericho, Mr. Kennedy, and MVP to win. CM Punk won it. So
We cried.
It was a great match up until
Yeah.
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
To me, that was the only disappointing part about the match. The rest of it was fantastic.
Yes,
John
Shelton
Morrison.
Benjamin.
What about Matt
Shelton
Hardy
Benjamin,
coming
back?
Matt Hardy coming back. I was
Yes.
screaming my head
Oh, it
off.
was great.
It was a great match. And then at the end, it was like,
They
you
killed
know,
it.
Chris Jericho fell over and CM Punk won. What's up with that?
I still think Matt Hardy looked foolish. Let's go on. Let's get on.
Okay, next match. SmackDown versus Raw, Batista versus Umaga. We thought Batista would win, and he did. What do you think?
Did Batista
Comments?
lift Umaga up for the Batista bomb?
Tried.
Almost.
He
Wasn't
almost
quite.
dropped him.
That
was-
would have been a WrestleMania moment.
What,
But-
him bombing his bomb?
Yeah, and
That's what
getting
he
injured.
did. He bombed his
He
bomb.
bombed. This for me is the most disappointing match of the night, and that's saying something given that they had a Bunny Mania match.
I actually love the fact that Batista won. It is showing that WWE is finally opening its eyes to a more superior brand, that is SmackDown.
Yes.
That's
Batista
true.
won.
It was actually Raw versus SmackDown and SmackDown won, so that tells you SmackDown is the #1 brand.
They know it.
Take that and swallow it.
ECW Championship, Chavo versus the 24-man Battle Royal
This
winner,
was
which was
great.
Kane.
That was
Great.
disappointing. I mean,
That was
unanimously, we
sad.
did agree that Kane would win, and as I
And
would
Chavo
reiterate
would win.
again, it was
No,
his
we all
last title
thought
run.
Chavo would retain.
No.
When he did it, yes. Yes, I've got it right here, Chavo.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Go back, check the previous
Check the
episode.
tape.
Check the reviews, our reviews, predictions for Wrestlemania.
Which we all said Chavo. Well, I did. I know I did.
I know I did, and you did see one.
I wouldn't. Maybe I was possessed.
But Kane won. Kane won it. So
end of story.
Not
Kane
really.
won.
Not much happened in that match. Kane killed him. So
Yeah, a few seconds later, Kane is your new ECW champion. I thought it was great. I thought it was a surprise.
I thought it was disappointing.
It was entertaining. I was sitting there waiting for CM Punk to walk out and cash in his Money in the Bank. Didn't happen.
Well,
so.
I was actually sitting there, in front of YouTube. Gotta thank you guys for YouTube. Hoping that the match would go on and we would get to see Chavo create history by delivering the 3 Amigo suplexes to Kane. But it did not happen, so well. And it was a disappointing match because the match ended in a few seconds.
did he
It's a
pull
rip-off.
off any move? He didn't, eh?
No,
Yeah.
I was like waiting for him and Kane came from the back and just chokeslammed him.
He cheated.
He cheated.
In
That was
the great tradition of SmackDown, he cheated and he won.
Yeah. Okay, next match. Career-threatening match with HBK and Ric Flair. Guys?
Well, Ric Flair is retired.
I think Shawn Michaels gay.
Shawn Michaels is not gay.
No.
He's married with children.
No,
How does that relate to the actual match anyway?
yes, it is related to the actual match. It involves the competitor's psyche. If you did you realize that Shawn Michaels said, "I'm sorry, I love you," before he super kicked Ric
In
Flair?
a manly,
No.
man love.
I
I
think
agree
that
with
was
Michael. I
gay.
think it was a pussy thing to do. I really do. I think just man up, play the heel, kick him in the base, win the match. Don't mess around with all this emotional crap. There was
I
enough
quite like
I don't
emotion
think he was messing
afterwards.
around. I think he was really turning gay.
He was trying to act and not very well. But
No, I liked it.
overall, the match was great.
We may
It
see a
was-
gay angle
it was
with
great.
Shawn Michaels.
And I thought it was a really great way for Ric Flair to retire. It was
I-
all well deserved.
I
Yeah.
still disagree.
I
You know,
agree.
they could have performed a retirement like they did on Raw just by sending him off instead of beating him up. You know.
That is probably the only time a wrestler has been given a good, decent send-off. And I suppose Ric Flair deserved it. I think so.
I thought it was good, and the Raw the next night where everybody said goodbye and he was in the
Yeah.
ring for an hour. It felt like and
Very
saying
touching.
goodbye to the world. I thought it was perfect send off.
I still think Shawn Michaels gay.
Bunny
Okay.
Mania Lumberjack match. What do you think?
The Glamazon won.
Yes,
I
the
hate them.
wrestler won a Bunny Mania match. That
How
was
could
good.
a woman who has implants like a man
Yeah?
actually won
Like
a
a
match?
implants
be
like
scary.
a man?
They look scary.
They've
they
all
look
got
intimidating.
Have you seen?
I would have won Maria and Ashley to win. They're so lovely
No, I'm
people.
glad Beth won. I thought Maria would win. Because of the whole
We all
Playboy
thought
thing.
that Maria would win because she was the Playboy cover girl.
She is.
No, it's April now. She's not cover girl.
Actually, I thought, who cares?
We said that, so who cares? But I still
But-
like Ashley and Maria rather than Glamazon, who look like a guy.
I thought it was well deserved. The wrestler won, and everything surrounding it was much more entertaining than I thought it would be. The whole Santino Marella and
Yeah.
the
What's
BRAWL
that-
with Festus and the
What's that celebrity?
Snoop Dogg
Snoop
was
Dogg,
fun.
apart from the
I liked
end
him.
kiss, because
Yeah.
ooh, you don't
Yeah.
know where Snoop Dogg's been, Maria.
He's
You
been
should not be
everywhere.
kissing that. But
I have
yeah,
no
it was
comments.
entertaining plus, and Santino Marella.
I was just watching at the girls.
You're
I was
amazing.
just looking at
You're
the
great.
girls.
Yeah. Okay. WWE Triple Threat Championship match.